Process podcast with myself, Jared Klein. Today on episode 36, we are going to be talking about kind of, your location, your setup, what you work in, everything like that. But first off, I just want to say thank you to all the people that are coming out and listening today. Thank you for taking the time out of your day, whether you're at work, whether you are on a walk, whether you are on a drive, to listen to the episode today. This is going to be nice, short, and sweet. Probably less than 10 minutes if I adequately do my job. So a nice, easy episode for you today. But like I said, we're going to be talking about your setup. Recently, my wife and we bought a house, and honestly, as you can see behind me, there's nothing really there, but we're in a new setup. Before, I had that little nook area in our apartment. And yes, I had, all the essentials here. I had all the essentials to get the job done, but I wasn't really in a great spot to have a creative space. Obviously down the road when, things happen in life, some things are going to change, some things are going to stay consistent, but I didn't really have that spot. I mainly had this desk. I couldn't really immerse myself within an environment that allows me to work at my best, right? So, along came the house. Yes, we bought a house because we want to, live in a house. We want to have a spot where we can, have a family and be able to adequately, start a family without having to worry about whether or not we're going to have enough room or, those type of things. Those questions that you ask when couples decide to buy a house, right? Those questions came up, but also I wanted to have a space where I could, have my own office space. And when, if things down the road end up working from home or whatever it may be, I can, have a space that I can close the door and call my own when I want to kind of disconnect and, get down and put my nose down and feel comfortable in a space that, makes me want to work, makes me want to have a great time, and makes me want to be focused on my situation and what I have at hand when I'm sitting at my desk or I'm sitting in this area. So I'll kind of move over a little bit, but you can kind of see right now it's in disarray. We just got back from Las Vegas a couple days ago, and we just really, unpacking is the worst when you come home to having a dog and having other responsibilities, and sometimes you just want to leave it here, and I can, because it's my office and this is my stuff and this is my space, so I can leave my shit wherever I want to leave my shit. Right? So yeah, I guess let's get into the importance of it. Basically, this room and having kind of a space that I can call my own, from personal experience, has made me be able to want to work and want to, when I come in here, that's the moment when it's my time to get a job done and be able to do what I'm supposed to do in a space that I love being in, right? That was my main focus. So we have a space. This is our house. We have a space. I'm able to customize it, do whatever I want to do with it. Obviously, with consulting to my wife, whether or not it's a good idea or not. She talks sense into me a lot of times. But, I wanted to paint this place black. So I painted this place black. The only thing that isn't black is the ceiling, obviously the door. But I wanted some white accents. So like the trim all the way around the place, you can see a little bit down there. The trim at the bottom is white, and the trim around the door and around the windows are white. But all the walls are black. I thought that'd be an awesome time to, an awesome thing to kind of have, to immerse myself into this space where I just kind of want to sit in here and just kind of want to gel out, where I can look at these screens, and around the screens are going to be just black, and I'm going to be able to immerse myself in the whole situation. Personally, that's what makes me work better. Having a situation that's completely personalized, that I'm able to, control more outside of what I'm working on and control more outside of the screens that I'm looking at. For you personally, I don't know what your situation is, but making your space as personalized as you can is probably the best piece of advice I can give to you about your workspace. When it comes to, like, I guess at work, let's use my experience at work, right? I have this space at home. I have 2 monitors, a camera that we're looking at right now, a nice desk. It's adequate enough for myself. And, this whole space to kind of chill out in. I have a little futon there that I can lay down on or sit down on, but whatever. I have this little personalized space. This is everything that I kind of thought of. This is what I thought would look the best. This is what I'm most comfortable with. But at work, obviously, you don't really have that type of flexibility. Obviously, you may have an office. If you saw the episode from last week, actually 2 weeks ago, Mallory, she did the episode at work. So you kind of got to look in, her office space. Yes, she had some things hung up, but, granted, I don't really know, but at least where I work, people that have an office can hang things up. They just can't, they can't paint, the walls or anything like that. They can't fully personalize it. So at work, what I do, I sit in a little cubicle. I have photos of, dear friends, family members, my wife, hopefully getting one of my dog pretty soon, fingers crossed. And I hang up things all in my cubicle to kind of make things a little bit more comfortable, kind of immerse myself in the zone to where I'm supposed to, I'm sitting down at a place where I'm supposed to work my best, right? So why not make your environment the best place to work in, or at least within the ramifications that you are dealt, right? In an office, you can't really personalize things to the fullest extent. So you kind of make do with what you're given. So I made do with what I was given. I hang up. I have, right in front of me, I have text and type layout inspiration. I have all my projects here. I have my calendars on this side and stuff like that. So completely, I won't say completely, but to the extent that I can, I completely personalize the layout of all the external or internal walls that I can, customize. Pretty soon we're going to be relocating in the office, so I'll be having to kind of rethink that. But I made the most of my situation and made the most of my personal space as I bump my microphone here. But I made the most of my personal space that I'm allotted to personalize it and make it me, make it mine. There are definitely more things that I would love to do within that space, but do I have room to do that? No, I don't have room to do that. If I get an office, I will have room to do that. So there we go. But, that's probably the most important thing about where you're working. Being, not like first off, yes, you want to make things, I have some art over here too. I didn't mention that. But you want to make things as personal as you can, right? Within the boundaries that you're given, obviously, but making the place that you're working as comfortable and as you as possible. Oh, wow. I yawned. Can't believe I did that. But making the situation and your location where you're working in as personal as possible will make, at least in my experience, it has made me work better and feel more comfortable and feel more, motivated to do what I have to do. Like I have a PlayStation here. I made this whole situation, myself. So I know, okay, I have a PlayStation here, but when I sit down with the intention of coming in and fully doing work, this isn't a distraction. You would think, okay, I want X, Y, and Z all in front of me. I want, my games. I want my work. I want my free time all in front of me, right? Sometimes you would think that would be a distraction, but it's not. You come in here, or at least I come in here with intentions to, do what I have to do, and being within the space fully immersed in a personalized space that I've, kind of taken care of. It makes me do what I need to do. I guess, yeah, I'm going to kind of wrap it up there. That's basically it, what it's going to be. That's the episode. So do with that information what you want. It's, the importance of your personal space, of your working environment is amazing. I can go into, your working environment obviously isn't just the surface that you're working on and the space that you see when you sit down in a chair, right? That's not your working environment in, the fullest extent. Obviously, you have different variations and stuff, but designing your space, giving yourself a space where you're comfortable in, you feel driven, it's your space. That's in my experience, that will give you the opportunity to work your best. Right. All right. So thank you for listening to episode 36. This is by myself, Jared Klein, for the Creative Process Podcast. Hope you have a great rest of your day, month, evening, year, whatever time frame you're listening to this in, and make sure you tell someone that you love them. All right. I will take it easy. You will take it easy, and we will see you in episode 37.